Hello, my dear students. Today's topic for the discussion is major problems of export sector in India. Okay, so this is your fourth unit of fifth unit topic in which we will be discussing about what are the problems that export sector is facing due to different reasons and what are those reasons. Let us first understand what will be the content we will be studying in this session. What is export? Export trends, major problems, description of problems, and aids to problems of foreign trade. Right? Now, what is export? Export means transferring of any goods from our country to another country in a legal way for the purpose of trade. Export goods are provided to the foreign consumer by the domestic producer. It means if we are sending from our country to any other country the goods for the purpose of trade, for the purpose of sale, then it is considered as a export. Export trends, if the Indian economy grows at the same pace, India would most definitely export goods worth US dollar $500 billion by 2013 and may supersede the exports of other large developing countries like Brazil. So the data is from 2013, but right now we are in 2020. Okay, so uh, this is something through which we can understand that how much that export trade exports are increasing in our country due to the new different policies that government is launching to promote small scale industries, medium scale industries, as well as other we can say critical or the industries which need more support to flourish. Okay, so next, the what are the problems? These are the list of the problems that Indian export is facing. Language difference, more risk, government control, difference in laws, different difficulty in payment, custom duty, lack of information, evil effects of foreign trade, economic dependence, disadvantages to agriculture countries, international jealousy, one-sided development of the countries, and dumping. So we start with understanding different issues. First is language different. Each country is having its own language, right? So when a person starts trading, starts dealing with any other person, so that there's different language, and there are the chances that we might not know their language. So it becomes difficult to sell to the peoples of the other language. So there are options available. We can hire translator, or but still it has some cost that everyone cannot afford. So they are the problems that one is facing. More risk. The quantum of risk is higher in foreign trade than in internal business. In foreign trade, goods are transported from quite long distance and usually through sea routes. So different risks are there, like loss of goods or theft or some enemies attack, any transit damage, any risk can happen, any risk can occur during the transfer. Government control. Some countries do not allow to uh, some countries do not allow to trade free trade. Okay, so there are some tariffs, taxes, so, or we have to take some licenses. So there are some other complexities that is being applied by the control government for running that business. Difference in laws, right? Different countries are having different laws regarding to the export import or some others. So it is kind of difficulty if we don't know their laws and if their laws are different from our law in some particular way of trading. Difficulty in payment. So we have our own currency and they have different currencies. So sometimes businessmen faces problems while paying and receiving the money. Custom duty is there to control export import. Country government uses custom duty so that the domestic producers do not face such threat of low price and good quality goods from the outside. So what they do, they apply some custom duty so that the price will increase and people will have to decide on the basis of price and the quality and other factors. Lack of information. It is difficult to find out the details of financial position and business of any businessman sitting at distant place, right? So somehow we mostly don't know that where can be our target market so that we can provide such goods. And evil effects of foreign trade. The advanced countries of the world are benefit through international trade, while developing and underdeveloped are hit hard because when they are able to produce at the large scale, because they have a large amount of resources as well as machineries and other things, so they can produce at the low price. So when, for example, there is one example like we have some goods from outside and some goods from different countries. So we will be comparing. So one country is having the lowest price, we will be buying that particular good. So this is the thing that are the evil effects of the foreign trade, because every country are not having same cost or same charges for that particular resource. Economic dependence, right? If a country depends upon any other country for raw materials, so if any war occurs or some other reasons imports are stopped, then the whole economy will be paralyzed. Reason, because they will not be able to produce, because they are not able to get the raw material or the things they need to produce. Okay, so this is kind of said economic dependence, because if we want to produce, then we need raw material, and if country is not allowed, countries that are at war, then we cannot take this. The situation is with the China, like the goods are not allowed to send. We are at the war, US and China is at the war, so this is all is happening. Disadvantages to agriculture countries. The law of increasing return applies in the industries, right? Because we can increase the production with the increase in the number of machines, and the diminishing returns applies in agriculture. So it is clear for the importing of manufactured goods more than exporting of agriculture goods. So that's why what happens, that agricultural based countries are facing more import in comparison to more export. International jealousy. The biggest problem in the international trade is jealousy between trading companies. The developed countries always exploit the weaker nations, and ultimately they have to bow down before their trading terms and conditions. Fine, because the developed countries, they set their rules, their tariffs and taxes. So if one want to deal with them, they have to agree on those terms. One-sided development of the country. The international trade is conducted on the basis of geographical division of labors and specialization, right? Means some people having good amount of labor, some are having good amount of some other raw material or any other resources. So therefore, it doesn't provide the chance to develop each and every country. One country has to be dependent on any other or other countries. So this is a one-sided development. Now the whole development is there. Okay. And the final is dumping. What is dumping? This is the policy. The advanced countries export their goods at the rates even below the cost of production. This is the example of China. What China do? China exports their goods at the lower prices, or the price lower than their cost, so that they can grab the market. So what Japan adopted this policy during the pre-Second World War and put Indian textile industry under great loss. Other problems are also there, like affected by weather and climate, low labor productivity, less technology, patent and laziness. Now, how can we remove these problems? How can we overcome through these problems to some extent? First is, traders should know various languages. Okay, if you want to deal with the people who speaks Chinese, who speaks Japanese, then you should be knowing that particular language. Otherwise, you will not be able to deal properly. To protect from risk, marine insurance is a powerful tool, because actual good will be delivered by some truck, or if you are coming from any other country, this is obviously will be delivered by ship. Okay, so ship insurance, marine insurance is required. Businessmen should have knowledge of changes in exchange rate. It means if the see we can see the dollar price is increasing, right? Dollar rate is increasing. So if the business person does not have knowledge that the rates are changing in my favor or other favor, then it might fall to some losses. So if the person has knowledge of changes in exchange rate, then they might be able to recover or cover those losses. Modernization is required. Adopt modern technology in agriculture so that the production or supply can increase. Standardization of products and processes so that the people who are importing to our countries, the rates will be increased, and there are standardization of the, so we will get good